And we've got myself. How you going? How you doing, guys? You okay?
All
Yeah.
good, mate. All good.
How you doing?
You look funny. You got the Tottenham. You're in the Spurs stadium, so you're looking really cool there, mate.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Just I'm just doing crunch talks to be the new manager, mate. So just putting pen to paper.
Okay, yeah. Just turn your volume up a bit, mate, because you're a bit low.
How about me? How do I sound?
Yours perfect, Zach. You're perfect.
How's that?
Yeah, it's better. It's better. So, guys, thank you. Episode 10 of the Friday Night Fan Cam. We've got Zach in Ontario, Goderich, and we got Adam in Basingstoke in the leafy Hampshire. Welcome back, everybody. So there's lots to talk about today. So where do we start? Let's start with the. Let's get straight into it. What about this this request by Woolwich Arsenal to have the game postponed? Adam, what do you think? What's your thoughts on that?
Shocking. Shouldn't go ahead. They've got more than enough midfielders they can draft in youth. So I saw his interview today. He said, whoever we put in wants to win the game, wants to compete. So just go ahead with that then. Don't go to the FA and ask if you can ditch the game, 24 hours, whatever, later on. So I hope it goes ahead. We need it. And yeah, shocking. And to leave it this late as well, when other games, have been affected and they've carried on. If this one doesn't go ahead, then I think there'll be like a massive outcry from other teams as well. I think another one got postponed today. Was it Leicester and
Leicester Burnley? I think
yeah. So yeah, definitely needs to go ahead.
Okay,
definitely.
Great. Zach, welcome back. Thanks for you joining last week. What's your thoughts on this last minute cancellation request?
It seems a bit surprising, but I think other teams have been doing it as well as of recently. Been listening to some punditry, and doesn't seem like anyone agrees with this sort of actions unless it's major COVID cases wiping the team out. But it doesn't appear to be such. And as stated, everyone's got a U23 team. Everyone's capable of fielding a team pretty much at any time. So give the kids a chance.
So basically, what we're both saying is they can put a team out. So what if the FA come out or the Premier League come out and actually agree to it and suspend it? What does that mean then? Even though they've got players to play, Adam, what does this mean if they'll just suspend it? I mean, they're just pandering to, the Premier League teams, aren't they?
Well, yeah, they are. I know Jurgen Klopp will have a massive say about it. Because a couple of games, Liverpool were down to their bare bones.
Yep.
They wanted postponed. It got rejected. So they see it as favouritism. So Chelsea as well.
Yep.
Thomas Tuchel, he won't be happy. So I think quite a few teams will look at that, see special treatment to Arsenal, and they will kick off, and rightly so. Zach said it. You've got a massive squad. You could field the kids, give them some experience, get them in, big games like this. Brilliant game to beg kids in. So, yeah, why not? Why not? It's only going to be for a one-off game. Let's just do it.
I think the added thing is that Liverpool will be unhappy, Zach, is that mean Arsenal will get a whole week, just to rest before they play Liverpool again, whereas Liverpool, I guess, have got a game over the weekend, haven't they? So is that another reason do you think Arsenal are doing it?
Oh, there's got to be more to it than just lack of players. It's funny. They would see it as favoritism, I would think. Liverpool does have more games. But for us, too, when does that game get scheduled for? We've already had so many postpones ourselves. I don't want to see a moment where we're really overwhelmed. 3 games in 7 days sort of scenario multiple times sometime this season. It wouldn't be fair to a lot of teams, I think. So we got to just push on.
Let me put this question to you, then I'll ask Adam. Isn't it in our benefit? I know you're probably going to hate me for this, but isn't it in our benefit to get this postponed? Because then we'll have Eric Dyer fit, we'll have QT Romero fit, and we may even have Sonny fit if it's rescheduled for sometime late February or something, whenever they find a time. What do you think about that? I mean, Zach, is it maybe in our benefit that it does get cancelled?
Well, of course, there's going to be benefits. It's nice when players get to have a long rest, especially if there's some injuries we're waiting on and key players. As you can see, missing just sorry there, I got to turn my notifications off. As as we can see, just missing even one of our key defenders is really making an impact negatively. Even when we come out strong for the first 15, 20 minutes, if we don't get that early goal, we're always just pushing back, pulling back. At the end of the game, we're just defending cross after cross, and we get scored on.
Yeah, I mean, Adam, if this gets postponed maybe to February, then we may have, Romero, as I said, Dyer, Sonny, maybe we even have your favorite player, Baby Oils Traore in the team. So isn't it probably, it could help us to defer it? What do you reckon, Adam?
Well, yeah, we could have, we could have new signings.
But we could have Romero, Dyer and Sonny back.
I think it's a massive statement where, we're not exactly a fit, strong squad at the moment. There's rumours tonight that we've got another COVID outbreak. Eric Dyer, had a COVID outbreak. He's still not back. But we're not pushing to put this game to rest. We want to go ahead with it. So I think that's a massive statement from us. Let's just get on with it. But it could work in our favour. We get a game in hands. We get to bring in some new players, hopefully. Dyer will be back. Romero, Sonny. Yeah. Conte will have more time to work with the team. This has seemed, and it is to me, the biggest game of Spurs this season. So I'm in two minds, really, if I would want it put back or not.
Well, we'll be at 1 point ahead of them with 2 games in hand, or whatever. So I think it would be we've got to win it anyway, basically. So we're not sure. We'll find out tomorrow morning anyway from the Premier League what happens, and we'll take it from there. But the next thing I want to talk to you guys about now is Conte. Let's talk about the Chelsea performance. What do you think about the team that he put out, Zach? In terms of Galini in goal, Adam's favourite player, Matt Doherty, playing at left wing back. What do you think about these things?
It was very confusing to see the lineup. I usually get it from one of my WhatsApp groups prior to the actual announcement, and it just sets me off as soon as you see certain players. Everyone has players they prefer, but Doherty on the left wing, I don't understand that at all. He's never, ever kicked the ball with his left foot. He can't send in crosses from there. I don't think he sent in one. Maybe from close range inside the box, but how is that helpful to us? I didn't realize Reguilon was injured. Where is he?
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't know that.
Spend more time on the bench.
I know. No, it's just confusing.
You were confused by the thing, yeah. Adam, I think my theory behind this is the fact that he didn't play. Oh, Nico's there. Hello, Nico. Welcome, buddy. Good to see you.
Hey.
Better late than never, Nico. Thank you for joining. I'll come to you in a minute, Nico. But Adam, don't you think that he's sending, because what's his face? Lloris hasn't signed a new contract. Isn't he saying, look, this is Galini. You better give this Lloris a contract unless you want this clown to be in goal. Do you think that was part of it?
No, not at all. No? We've got a history of playing second goalkeepers through cup competitions. We've done it for a long time, and then as we move up, I know this was a massive game. I think he wanted to give Lloris a rest. He wanted to analyse Galini. I think he wanted to give him another chance. This is a goalkeeper that got heavily criticised for not even moving to save any goals when we play for what's their names?
Vitesse.
Who was it? Yeah,
and it's Mura. Yeah.
Mura.
Yeah. And I think he was right when the Spurs fans criticised him and said you should have played Lloris. Yeah, he should have done, but there is bigger problems. The way he set out the team, he could have put Sessegnon starting. I think he really wanted to have him on the bench and save him, give him 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and then have him fresh starting against Arsenal. We're so short at left back as well. But I think it was just generally to see how he would cope in a big game, big pressure, how he would control that back four.
This is one of the biggest games of the season. It's not the game to test him in, I think, my view anyway.
Yeah, but no. Conte's about throwing players in pressure cookers and seeing how they do, and seeing.
Conte's more about winning trophies, though, isn't he, Adam? He's more about winning. He'll put that above anything.
When are you going to test your players? When are you going to test?
He probably thought that we had no chance against Chelsea anyway, so that's why.
Only when you have to.
Yeah.
certain players.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair enough. Nico, I must get your view on this because we've asked the other guys, and I'm sorry to. What do you think about Arsenal requesting a cancellation of the game? Because I was saying maybe it works in our favour because we'll have Dyer, Romero, potentially Sonny, and Baby All Traore available. Do you think it's a good idea that we cancel it, Nico? I wanted to get your view on that.
I have a friend that's Arsenal supporter, and he said because they have the African Nations Cup, that's also a challenge for them. So that's why they're canceling the game. So that's
Well,
what's your view? Should it be cancelled or should it go ahead, Nico?
Of course, I don't think so. I think I'm so tired of this game with the COVID and the cancellation. It's tactical also.
Yeah.
The clubs are using it to their advantage.
Yeah, exactly. They're abusing it, aren't they?
Yeah, of course they are. So I don't like it, but it's a crazy world at the moment. So what are you gonna do? So
So Nico, what did you think about the team selection for the Chelsea match? I want you to have a say on that as well.
Well, it's what Mourinho said. It's what is the same players, different manager. It's Gulin in goal. For me, it doesn't make sense. I don't understand this club. I just don't understand it. He's nowhere near the quality of Floris, and it's a very important game.
That's exactly what I said to Adam. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the rest of the team also, it's just too weak. You compare the two squads. When they scored the first goal, it was over.
Yeah.
Simple as that. The squads are miles apart. You can see the bench Chelsea has. It's way better, and it's just different streets. The two squads.
Yep.
It's not about Conte. It's not about the manager. It's about the structure. That's the way it is. So.
Yep. Anybody who's watching, thanks very much, and please send your comments, and we get the guys to answer it. Let's come to you now, Zach. In terms of, there's a lot of talk here now that Conte is not showing the passion that he used to show, and he's just given up on this team because he realized it's too big a job. What's your thoughts on that?
No, I don't think that the passion's gone. I don't think he necessarily had time to even get the passion in the first place. He hasn't been here a terribly long time. But you can see it when we score goals. He's really celebrating, Klopp style almost. And I mean, I'm not seeing him on the sideline enough. The shows that I watch don't really show the manager a lot. So I'm not really sure what he's doing on the sideline much these days. But I mean, seeing replays, he is cheering a lot. I just hope he's vocal with the lads. I hope he's fair in the dressing room. I hope everything's going well for him there. But I think there's still time, and I think he's got the imagination and the prowess to make things happen yet.
Yep. Okay. What about you? What's your thoughts on that? Sorry, Adam. What's your thoughts on Conte and his passion?
I don't think it's gone. I think he's frustrated. I read a piece from Alistair Gold today that Conte has said that he's pulled back his emotions a little bit. He's stepped back from shouting on the sideline. Like I said, because he wants to test players in situations. He said he can't coach them through every situation. They've got to make their own decisions. He's trying to install belief in the team. He's trying to change the mentality. He's trying to do what Pochettino done on a quicker scale. I think he's frustrated with everything that's happened. Frustrated that he hasn't properly had a fit squad. All the politics surrounding Ndombele. Is he in? Is he out? Is he a Conte player? Can he be moulded to Conte's system? And that's questioned on most of Winks, Dele Alli, and a few others. So I don't think he's ready to walk. I think he will in the summer if he doesn't see any progress in January and he doesn't see any movement in the summer, because the Man United job will pretty much be around. I think he's frustrated. And the politics behind the club, how he hasn't got the team to where he wants it to be. He's a winner. We're talking about someone who creates a fast-moving, solid defensive, passionate, wannabe winners, and he hasn't seen that yet from this side. So I think he's frustrated by that.
Okay. What about this comment, Nico? on Traore. Does he have the defensive capabilities, Nico, to be a right wing back? Because we thought Victor Moses couldn't do that, but he turned into a Premier League winning right back. What do you think about Traore, Nico?
Just terrible. It's just pathetic. He's nowhere near good enough to play for us. He doesn't have a brain. I don't care if he's quick and strong. We need intelligent players who can cross a ball, by the way, which nobody in the squad can. Nobody can cross a fucking football in this club. And this guy, he's a Hollywood player. That's all he is. He doesn't assist. He doesn't score. So if we buy him, it's because of the shirt sales and blah blah blah. It's why would we buy another player who don't have the intelligence we need? We need good, intelligent players. That's what we need. Not this clown. Sorry.
Yeah. So you mean Conte doesn't think, you don't trust Conte to actually build that into him and build that into his play? Okay.
No. Okay. Nowhere near the quality we need.
Okay.
I'd be happy to bring Traore in to play right wing.
Yeah, but not right wing back.
No, Royale is has that position right now, and I feel like he's just being covered too much. He's got too many defensive responsibilities. I mean, if he's just got a few more seconds, I feel like he could get some crosses in.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. Stephen, thanks for joining, mate. Nice to see you. Hope everything's well. Stephen is saying there's some online chat about empty seats at games driven by COVID or a lack of interest in some games. Zach, what do you think? Is there a lack of interest? Did the crowd, there's only 45,000. What do you think? There's a lack of interest? What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think so too. And I noticed a lot of people left after that first goal that Chelsea got too. I had people in another chat group letting me know that their friend was there and he left at halftime. I'm like who leaves at halftime? So obviously there was a real lack of enthusiasm and comfort in the stadium when it comes to the team you love. So kind of got to get out of there sometimes, but hopefully we can start turning this around because we need to fill that stadium up.
Yeah, what do you think, Adam? Do you think there's just a lack of interest now because the fans just got fed up seeing the same old rubbish players? What do you think?
Yeah, and I think they're angry. I think they're frustrated. I think they didn't want to watch another slaughter by Chelsea, and they had enough. They couldn't lift the players. The game was just too far gone. So they were like, yeah, we're gone. It's a shame, really.
Yeah.
Nico, do you agree that there's no interest? We just gave up. That's not very Tottenham, is it? Just to give up?
Doherty.
Is it not?
Doherty at left wing back. I give up.
But we all said Conte was a born winner. He's one of the best managers in the world. What is going on, Nico? Tell me.
The guy can be the biggest winner on the planet, but if you have that kind of crap to work with, doesn't matter.
I think so. This is a question that I asked Adam. Is he just showing the board? This is the crap that you've got. This is what you're going to get. Do you think that's part of it?
Adam,
I think he's plugging the gaps.
Yeah.
Who else has he got really? Unless he dives into sort of reserves, but I think he's just plugging the gaps.
I don't know what the guys watching think, but Sessegnon, if he's fit to be on the bench, he's fit to play. So why not play Sessegnon at left wing back?
Yep. Or Davies.
Well,
you got Rodon on the bench. You have three center backs.
Yeah.
Davies is a left back.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. But Sessegnon, I don't know what it is with the guy. He can spend a whole year out in Hoffenheim, not one injury, not one muscle strain. He comes back to Spurs, and you think, brilliant. He's going to be on form. He's going to be fit. He's tweaked a muscle in training. He's tweaked just running up and down. You know,
it's crazy. Anyways, Stephen's got another good question. Rumors that Conte is out after January if we don't spend. Is this a real concern? Very good question. Excellent question. Nico, and then I'll come to the other panel. Is it a real concern that he could actually walk if we don't spend money in January?
Yeah, it's not a concern. I hope he does it to show the board.
Nico, you can't say that, man. Sorry, this is one. Yeah. I've been talking with you for a long time, but I've got to disagree with you on this because he's one of the best managers we've ever had. You can't hope for him, please.
No, but they need to be displayed and called out, this board, because they fucked it up so many times now. So I hope he's a man of principle, because every club he's been at, he's been winning. He's been given the support he needed, and I don't get it. Like, if he got the job, he had to be promised something, and if they break this promise, they have to pay for it. Simple as that.
Fair enough. I mean, Zach, what do you think? Everybody's saying that he wouldn't have joined unless he had the promise of money to spend in January. So if they don't give him the money, do you think he'd be within his rights to leave in January?
I'm not sure he's the type of manager who would leave in the midseason like that. He's only got a 1-year contract, ride it out, see what you can do if you get any players. We're only halfway through, right?
Yep.
No, and by the sounds of it, he wants to be able to make those improvements. So hopefully some more hard work and he can get some lift from the players.
Yep. Okay. Adam, do you think he's going to walk if he doesn't get the players he wants? If he doesn't get Baby or Traore, is he going to leave?
He done it at Inter.
Did he leave
Done it at
mid-season at Inter?
Juventus.
He didn't leave mid-season at Inter.
Sorry, he didn't leave mid-season.
I don't think he's left
at the end of
mid-season
the
anywhere.
season. But he kicked off at the end of the season.
Yeah, he kicked off.
Left.
He did kick off, yeah.
So, no, I don't think he will.
I don't think he will either.
It's going to look bad on him. I don't think he's that type of manager.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Okay, Simon is saying... sorry, Simon, I've missed your... Speaking of fans... Oh, no, that's... Adam should change his background to something more realistic, like a massive... I love it, Simon. That's a great comment. Yeah, Adam, you're flickering all the time. I'll just get rid of the background, mate. Get rid of it. It's flickering. It's causing me headaches to see your flicker all the time. Just get rid of it. Go back to normal.
I thought you guys might appreciate.
No, we do appreciate it, but it's flickering a lot. It's not perfect. Simon is also saying, Nico, take this one. Some of our players can't push out a fart without being laughing. We need a clear and out and say we lose money doing it has to be done. Yeah, this is Simon. I actually think Simon Stevens should be the manager of Tottenham because he's talked so much sense. It's unbelievable. This is the thing is, Simon, you got all this deadwood like Dombele and all these guys, but 200k a week, 63 million. Who's going to buy these guys? It's just we're stuck with them, unfortunately. So what I think, Nico, let me come to you and Simon. I want your comments as well and everybody else. We're being too hard on Levy because he gave 63 million for what's his face. He gave 20 million for Sessegnon, 35 million. He's spent money. It's the recruitment that's screwed up, isn't it, Nico?
Yeah, it's terrible. I Googled Ndombele in 5 minutes. I found some articles saying he had a bad attitude. He was nonchalant, arrogant. And these guys, they get paid tons of money to do the work. You look at the player, the technical part, the mental part. They don't get it. I don't understand this club. Who's in charge?
So are we in agreement, Nico, that Daniel Levy's not to blame because he's given 100+ million? Yeah. It's the recruitment that's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah, it's terrible. Every time we buy an expensive player, it flops, and then you have don't get me started on the Sessegnons and the Clarks and the Rodens. That's just we have a terrible recruitment system. That's the way it is, and it's a major problem because, as you said, when we try to offload these players, they have big wages. No one's going to buy Ndombele. It has to be a loan deal, and maybe they pay 40% of the wages or something. And he has some time on the contract, so it might work out. But it's bad business. If you don't get the recruitment right, you pay big time for it for many seasons.
Zach, do you agree with that? That if Steve Hitchen is rubbish, should go, and that's why they brought Fabio Paratici in to help with the recruitment side. I mean, what's Daniel Levy done wrong? He's actually done the right thing, hasn't he, Zach?
Yeah, there's a lot of hype about those guys coming in on the backside of things, and we haven't really noticed that, right? And Ndombele was very promising. He played very well in France. And ever since he showed up, he's had fitness issues. He's been flat. It doesn't look like he really wants to be out there. Maybe once every 5-6 games, he puts on just a majestic performance, but against who? I can't even think of those games. It happens so rarely.
Zach, he has moments.
I think you've been super nice to him, Zach.
Yeah, he has moments. He has moments.
Yeah.
Never a great
He's
game.
never played a great
I've never
90
met
minutes.
the guy, you know.
He's had his moments. But Adam, QS Driver is saying we apparently have one of the largest amounts of spending money. I don't know where that came from. I think that's a rumor. But is it time to go for a big name and who? I would say go for Paulo Dybala. He's a free agent. What do you reckon, Adam?
If you look at the list of the free agents, there's some amazing players that are available. They could have had Danny Ings straight like that. They could have had Danny Ings,
Coutinho.
Coutinho.
Do you think? I don't think Coutinho ever wanted to go to Villa, but he's got to go somewhere. He would have come to Tottenham.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah,
To play under Conte.
Pochettino tried to get.
Yeah, but under Conte, it's a different draw. Conte's world class.
Yeah, but going back to your previous point about it's not Daniel Levy's fault. Totally, 100% disagree with that. 100%.
Tell me why. Tell me why it's not his fault. He gave the money. It's not his. He doesn't tell him who to buy.
He hasn't given his money. He's given the fans money.
If it's, whatever the money he's given, he's actually allowed that money to be used for transfers, and they bought rubbish. Ndombele, Sessegnon, Lo Celso, Doherty, all these crap players.
Every transfer gets discussed by all the board members, which vote on resale value, material rights, stuff like that. Don't forget, the board turned down Morientes. They turned out going for Eden Hazard when Harry Redknapp wanted him. They turned down going Coutinho for Pochettino. It's Levy who hires Steve Hitchin, Hitchin who hires the scouting. So get rid of all of them.
Have we got the whole process? Isn't it all rubbish then? If we're buying players that are just rubbish.
I think Jermaine Giannis said it brilliant, and Jamie Redknapp when they said Spurs buy prospects and hope that they turn into stars. Luka Modric was a fantastic prospect that we turned into a star.
But when Levy bought him, I didn't see you complaining about that when Levy bought Modric.
It was Daniel Kamali who recommended him and scouted him.
Yeah, and it was Steve Hitchin who recommended it as a guy. So that's what I'm saying. Kamali can take
Hitchin weren't even there.
Oh, whoever it was, somebody screwed up with Ndombele. I just wanted to know who should take the blame for that.
I think it's Levy and the scouting team.
Oh, okay. So it's a combined thing. You think all of them are. Nico, who do you think's responsible for buying all these dud players?
I think also it's also a culture problem in the club. I think a lot of these players we don't get the best out of the players. You know, when we had Pochettino, he made them better. But other than that, I think a lot of the players they just get worse or they lose. Like Bergwijn, you know, the guy has potential, but he looks destroyed. Vincent Janssen, same thing. Just Soldado, these players, we make them worse.
It's funny you say that because people like Odegaard and all that, it wasn't pulling up any trees at Real Madrid, but he's come to Arsenal, looks decent. Yeah, when they come to Tottenham, they look just rubbish.
Yeah,
I like Simon's idea of buying I think we should start a GoFundMe campaign to open a McDonald's and then just send Ndombele there. But laughing aside, guys, this guy could be the ruin of our club. If, it could be 5 managers that he's seen off. Is it 5? So Ryan Mason, Mourinho, Nuno, Conte, and Pochettino. So he could be seeing. He could be laughing. He's the one who's staying there. Everybody else is leaving.
What do you guys think about Lo Celso? Come on, give me an opinion.
Zach, what do you think of Lo Celso? Then I'll go. You go first. Go on.
Lo Celso, I mean, promising. Like he has potential, just like every other player we've brought in. Injury plagued. Like we don't see enough of a lot of our players, especially the big money players. I mean, I've seen him put in some nice crosses, make some good driving runs. I mean, you expect that from players like that. He's a central midfielder, potentially an attacking midfielder. Those are what you expect, but you don't see it enough. So, I mean, if we can make some money to get someone who's going to try harder and maybe stay fit better, get him.
Yeah, interesting comments there.
Would love to see Defoe back.
What do you reckon on that, Adam? On Stephen saying
he's a free player. He's a free agent. He loves the club. He's Spurs through and through.
Please.
Mate,
yeah, why not?
I'm romantic.
Why not?
A lot of strikers have said they won't come because they don't want to be understudy to Harry Kane. Defoe's, I know he is, but he'd sit on the bench, he'd come off, he'd be impact sub, score a couple of goals. Thank you very much.
I don't care if he's 49, he can score goals, that guy.
How did he do in Celtic? I don't even know.
So
Or
yeah,
Rangers.
I mean, Stephen, I'd love to have him back, but I can't see it happening. He's a free agent. Can't he pay? Can they play on a pay-as-you-play basis or something? Just pay him when they play.
Steve Carroll, not Steve Carroll. Roy Carroll at Reading's only on a 3-month contract, so maybe you can. I don't know.
Who's Roy Carroll? Man United goalkeeper.
Sorry, not Roy
Andy
Carroll.
Carroll.
Andy Carroll.
Andy Carroll. I thought Roy Carroll's come back to life. Eh? But yeah. I mean, come on, guys. I actually don't know what's going to happen now. I would. This is a very interesting question. Would you take Ericsson back on a free? Personally, I'd love him back, but I'd be always worried about something's going to happen to him. So I wouldn't want to be responsible for us. But what do you think, Nico? Would you take that Dane back or not? The Great Dane?
No. Don't go back. He was. Remember the last year also. He was.
Yeah, he probably gave up the last year.
Yeah, it's finished.
Yeah, but he was having a decent time under Conte at Inter. Why not play under Conte again? He's a grown man. He can make his own decisions. If he wants to risk it, he might never have heart issues again. You don't know. Like for the next 30, 40 years, he might be just fine. If he wants to, play him. We need creativity.
Yeah, we do that. We do indeed. What about you, Adam? What's your thoughts on that?
Listen, we've got enough bad luck. I don't want someone dying at Spurs and that being the headline.
Exactly.
Having his ashes scattered at Spurs. But no, all serious. Fantastic player. I just wouldn't want to take the risk. I'd have him back as a coach or to work with youngsters and all that because it'd be good. But I wouldn't take that risk.
No, I think it's probably a bit too far for us there, really, to take him back. But the nightmare scenario here I'm going to pitch to you guys is we don't actually sign anybody in January and we're stuck with these crap players. What can we realistically achieve, Zach? If we don't sign anybody, let me give you two options. We sign maybe All Traore and maybe a couple of others. We could potentially get top 4. But if we don't sign anybody, what's our realistic limits? What can we achieve?
I think we could potentially get top 4 right now. If we have our very best lineup on every game and just play to win no matter what, who cares if you're on the bench for this much? We need our top performers on there at all times. So, yeah, we could. We just have to start taking points from those other top 6 teams, any points, and then there's always a chance.
And Nico, if we don't sign anybody, what can we achieve? Don't forget, we still got to play Arsenal, still got to play Chelsea, Man United, Man City, Liverpool. We've still got to play all of them. What do you think we can achieve? We've got to play Leicester twice still.
Jeez.
I think it's a fair chance to get top 4, to be honest. I think so. I don't think we'll win a trophy, of course, but top 4 it's not out of reach. And if we get one class player in, only one, and 1 or 2 out, it's a possibility. I think so.
Adam, what can we realistically achieve if we don't sign anybody?
I think a push at the top 4. I think the other 2 are right. If we can string some performances together, I think we could maybe get the confidence back and go on a run. So, yeah, I don't think it's totally out of reach.
So none of us think that Conte will leave in January if he doesn't sign anybody. We all think he's going to stay, yeah? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, who else are we looking at potentially buying? What about Vlahovic? Do you think we can sign him, Nico?
Sounds, it's a bit hard because we haven't seen him play much, have we? But it's building up this rumor, and my head is like, yeah, he's amazing, but I haven't actually seen him play. So
he looks like a really decent player. But
yeah,
again,
I agree. So
a lot of them do, but when they come to Tottenham, it's just a curse of Tottenham. No, but rubbish.
I don't know. Maybe it's the media pressure or something, but he seems like the real deal, and would be very good to have 2 up top, I think. And so I'm hopeful. But if Arsenal get him, he's linked to them also, I think. So
yep.
That would be typical Tottenham to just leave it and then, some emergency loan or something. That would be.
Yep.
I saw something today where we offered 60 million plus Lo Celso for who was it? No, for him. I think.
Vlahovic.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of funny fake stuff out there, but
60 million plus.
That's a lot.
We offered 61 million. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a lot. I think 60 million is enough to get him a loan.
Yeah.
But how much was Arsenal willing there? I think they were looking at too. They seem to always be rumored to look at players who we're looking at.
Well, they
And
got
then
Tomiyasu, which was a good buy. I thought he's a good
common
player. They did well there. He's
Common
done
theme,
well.
mate.
Yeah.
Adam, what about this from Simon again? Arteta doesn't convince me now, and that United have got rid of Ole Gunnar Shoe-signer. The luck has run out. So if anybody's going to run a game, it's Conte to make the top 4. Tough ask, though. What do you think? You think it's
massive
it's in our
ask.
hands now to get top 4?
Difficult task. I think it's in the boys' hands. Don't think it's in Conte's hands. But like I said, I think if this game goes ahead and we get a result, I think that might turn our season around. Because, it's the fans' biggest game of the season.
Yep.
We always look if we're above them in the table and stuff like that. I think this is the one to turn us around.
But Simon,
oftentimes it's all that matters.
What about you guys think of West Ham? What about you? What did you guys, Simon and all these guys, what do you think about West Ham? They're still in the mix,
Yeah.
Poundland of the Premiership later.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Another question. Would signing a player like Vlahovic be worth it when we have Harry Kane? Well, I think definitely would be worth it because Harry Kane's done nothing. We're in January, near the end of January, halfway through January. He's got 3 or 4 league goals. He made a couple of awful passes in the match against Chelsea, which if he'd passed properly, we could have let, the Mora one he could have scored. Definitely one. And plus, Conte plays a 5-3-2, so he could play 2 up front, Kane and Vlahovic. So we could play. That would be great, I think, if we can get this guy. I've seen him. But then again, my other worry is he could be another Vincent Janssen. Like, he's top scorer in the Eredivisie. He comes to Tottenham, he can't score for Toffee. So it's a really, really big concern.
I bought a Janssen jersey when he was signed.
Yeah, you're the one.
Yeah, I got it. It's around here somewhere.
Sorry, Adam, you're saying?
I said I do miss 2 up front. I really do.
If imagine 2 up front with Son, Mora, and one other, Bergwijn or something, that'd be great, wouldn't it?
Apart from Bergwijn, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I know you hate Bergwijn anyway.
I got good memories with Bergwijn.
Yeah,
I've got one, and it was amazing debut. Absolutely amazing.
Nico, what do you think of this? Simon is saying whatever they want for Vlahovic, we need to just pay it. It's worth the extra just to keep him out of Arsenal. Again, another excellent point. Keep him out of Arsenal. Nico, I know you said you haven't seen him much, but would you support if we just went for Vlahovic and got him in January?
Yeah, but the question is, have we ever done that? Like outbid a club and got the player?
Yeah, for Ndombele, we outbid Man City for Ndombele.
Wow.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly. So.
And they went for Rodri and they got the better deal. But
No, but listen, they have to do something on the market. They know that, and they have money. If we believe the rumors, so have to stay a bit positive. Has to be 1 or 2 players in. It can't go without anything. Then Conte will leave. So it has to have to be a bit positive, I think.
Have we had any bids for anyone on Spurs? I heard maybe Doherty back to Wolves, but
he doesn't want to go. Apparently, he's turned it down. So
too bad. Too bad you're out.
But we could actually raise some serious money. I mean, if we got rid of Doherty, Lo Celso, Ndombele, we could get around 20-25 million for all 3 of those. Surely we could.
No,
Adam, how do we raise funds, Adam? If we don't have money to spend, how do we raise funds? Who do we need to get rid of?
In my opinion, we only have 4 players who could bring us any sort of top level money, and those are players who we'd have to do that now with, like Sonny, Kane. Like, they're pushing 30 now. If we're gonna make money off players, it's got to be players like that. Even Lloris, he's still a top level goalie.
Lloris is going to leave on a free if he don't sign a new contract.
Yeah,
and I feel like Dyer could get a decent fee right now.
But why would we sell players that are good for our team, like Dyer, whatever
Exactly.
we think about him? Yeah, we can't. There's no point.
Exactly. So those are the players we can make money from, but we can't sell them.
Yeah. Nico,
that's a good question.
Oh, go ahead, Adam. Sorry.
So what Zach's brought up, would you sacrifice a top player who, you'll get good money and you can't sell the crap to fund maybe 2 really good players that will make that difference? Would you guys do it?
I personally wouldn't. I'll try and get rid of the deadwood, but I don't know. What do you think, Nico?
we need to offload players. It's the
But not offload the good out players.
If there's no takers to the bad players, only loans. Would you, and you need signings in January, would you sacrifice one first teamer who you know is going to generate money that could maybe bring in 2 good players that are going to improve the side?
Yeah, why not? Because we need to do something. We need to mix it up. We know what we get from this squad, so why not do it? I mean, I think we need to do something to show some progress. Take some risks.
Yeah.
So.
Zach, I mean, you talk about getting rid of Ndombele and all these guys, you know, Lo Celso and all that, but wouldn't they be good bench players? So we buy players, but we keep these guys as a bench players. What do you reckon?
Not for 60 million. No way. If you're any player, even in
going back to this
40
Zach,
years from now.
Hear me out in a minute, Zach. Nobody is going to buy this guy at 200k a week and 60 million. Sorry.
Oh, I know. We'd probably get half. Like, he's got the capabilities. He shows sparks. But I mean, from the bench, sure. Like, if he is promising us that he'll put in the 20 hardest minutes of the week, then yeah, obviously he'll make an impact in some way. But we want players for that cost who are going to be starters week in, week out, and perform as such.
Before you move on, I want to throw this out. What do you think Ndombele's best position is? Because I've seen him in 3 roles. I've seen him sort of anchorman, defensive midfield, break up play, link. I've seen him in a free role, or I think it was a free role. He just runs wherever he wants to, or just like attacking midfielder, Fred and Kane, which I think is his, when he does do good passes, is his best position, because he's not
number 10,
so
you mean? Number 10.
dependent. Yeah, not so dependent.
Yeah.
I think his best position is on the bench.
Exactly, but
if he's playing.
So if he's playing, then I think number 10, central attacking midfielder, just behind the front 2,
Exactly.
Don't get in the way of the defense.
Yeah, exactly. Where he doesn't have to do any defending or worry about tracking back.
Yeah.
That's his best place. Yeah. But Nico, I want to ask you this question. Cam's asked this question. Why is Levy intent on humiliating Conte? Is it a power struggle? Is it to show him who's in charge?
I think he's controlled by this grumpy old artsy fart in Florida, isn't he?
Bahamas,
you mean Bahamas?
Joe Louis is pulling the strings, I think. So, but I don't know. It's the same old dynamic.
Yeah, and I agree with Simon. We do need somebody to give Kane a rest, but look, he's played. He's good. He's just the next glass ankle away from getting injured again. I'm just waiting for the news that Kane's had a scan and he's out for 8 weeks. I'm waiting for that news. So we need to stop playing.
He's in the prime now. He ain't taking a knock.
Well, he got caught by Chelsea and we're all wondering, oh God, is he going to come off or something or what? But anyway.
Yeah, there's the worries. Cam
saying, who will take Levy's shit investments? Anyone who knows football know Levy's a joke. Well, we do know he's a joke and we know that he's a very big joke. But he still owns Tottenham Hotspur, so we're stuck with him. But my question is, Nico, if Conte walks, is it worth getting rid of Conte just to get Levy out? If getting rid of Conte meant Levy left the club, would you want that or not?
It doesn't matter who he has as a manager. It doesn't matter.
No, but I'm asking you, if the fans, look, some of the fans didn't want Mourinho, some did. Some didn't want, nobody wanted Nuno, but they all wanted Conte. So they're all behind him. So if Conte walks because Levy doesn't support him and all that backlash goes to Levy, is it worth to pay that price to get rid of Levy? And then I'll come to Adam on that.
Well, I don't think his position is threatened because Joe Louis thinks he does a great job.
Okay. Adam, what do you think? If getting Conte to walk is what we need to get rid of Levy, do you think it's worth a price paying or not?
Doesn't work like that.
It could.
It doesn't work like that. It doesn't. But I would, and then I would apologise.
Get Conte back.
I'd offer him 20 million more.
But you guys say it doesn't work like that. But Levy and Lewis, they need bums on seats. They need people spending money. That's all they care about. But if the fans somehow did a boycott and there was nobody turning up to matches, they'd have to do something, wouldn't they?
Yeah, but that doesn't happen either because people are, sorry to say it, they're stupid enough to put up with this. they're going to the matches, and that's the end of it. Like, it's a global market, so
Yeah.
If you look at Newcastle with Mike Ashley, he done the bare minimum, and they done protests and stuff like that, and that's when he started putting a little bit of money in. But you look at the difference now. Okay, they're at the bottom, but they're going out and buying players and throwing money at it and trying to change the club. What difference changing the owners makes is unreal.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point, actually. But the thing is, I don't think Levy's ever going to leave Tottenham.
No.
Why would he?
They'd have to
Yeah,
leave. They measured when he went in. They measured him up because he's only going to go out in a coffin, so he ain't going to leave. Simon says, "I'd happily see Conte walk if he meant Levy did the same." I think we're on the same page there, mate. That's how much faith I have in the guy. Seen all the tricks in the hat over the last 20 years, sick to death of him. Yes, I don't think you're going to anybody on this stream is going to disagree with you on that. Zach, what's your thoughts? I'll go on, Adam.
I pray every night that somehow
you're not a religious man, though. You told me
Levy will get done for tax evasion and be taken away, and the club's open to whoever. But
Adam,
guys,
do you think
I don't see it happening.
Just bear with me, right? Suspend disbelief. But if the fans had enough of him, they weren't going to the matches, they weren't buying the merch and all that stuff. Do you still think he wouldn't leave?
I think he's very clever. It's fantastic we got the NFL. That we're getting boxing and stuff like that. I think it's a nice little ploy that if attendances do drop, they've got that bit of revenue. It would have to
so
be
it's his backup plan.
Well, it would have to be a lot, unless he wants to sell the club to like an NFL owner or something like that. But I think it would have to be a lot of fans to boycott and not buy stuff. And I think Spurs is massive global. I don't know if that would ever happen.
Agreed.
But I mean, Zach, let me ask you a question, and I'll come to Nico because I think he's got a view on this. But Daniel Levy's a big Tottenham fan. We thought he loves Tottenham. So why is he doing stuff that's not good for Tottenham? Can somebody explain that to me?
It's a businessman.
Well, I don't think it's not that he is sabotaging or anything. He probably wants the best. He wants his money. Us performing well, us having that attendance, us getting these big TV deals and worldwide fanship. I think that's good for business, right? And that's what he is, a businessman. Potentially, and I mean, he's brought in people below him to try and help with this stuff. So maybe we just need to reconsider what's below him, because whereas he has a big hand in the spending that we can do, I feel like he isn't the one going out to get these ideas, right? So he needs this information brought to him in order for him to consider the value. And I think he's good at that. But maybe focus on that more than what our fans want to see.
Okay. And Nico, if Conte goes, would you stop supporting Tottenham? Would you say that's enough, mate? I've had enough of it. We had one of the best managers in the world. He couldn't do anything. Would you say this? I've given up now. Or would you carry on supporting him?
Yeah, to be honest, last match I was actually considering just quitting the club. I'm not kidding, because I
don't blame you.
No, I've seen the circle, all since '94 when I joined the club, and it's so predictable what happens all the time, and the only thing that is constant is the management, and they just shuffle it around, and it's not about the manager, is it? So it's just boring, we know what's going to happen.
1 second, Adam. I'll bring you in a minute, but from my point of view, I cannot believe that we've actually got Antonio Conte as our manager. He's an elite manager, one of the best managers in the world. Guardiola, Tuchel, Conte, they talked about it in the same breath. We've got the best manager as well. If we screw this up, I'm fed up with this club. I've had enough of it. Go on, Adam.
I was just going to reply to Nico's before I answer that suggestion. Nico, I was thinking it all through this, that you look the spitting image of a young Stefan Freud. Start doing impersonations and stuff like that. Yeah,
just shave the beard off, and you can be Stefan Freud.
Yeah.
I heard it.
Yeah, going back to that question, I've seen really good managers at the club. Glenn Hoddle in the wrong time, Harry Redknapp saving the club, Pochettino, what he done and what he changed, Conte. Yeah, it'd be hard for me to walk away, but I would.
I'd dumb
I don't
down my
know.
support.
You're in love. You're in love with it, aren't you?
But you
So
dumb down your
it's
support.
hard.
You wouldn't keep.
Yeah.
Let me go
But
to
look-
Simon. Go ahead, Nico. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, just look at the decline of the squad. Like, we're playing Ben Davis is a first team player, and
He's
Dyer-
improved,
Center back.
Yeah, I know, but these players they were finished, and then COVID came, and they just flourished because we don't have anything else. But these are not elite players. We had Vertonghen, we had Toby Alderweireld, we had the elite
Kyle Walker,
players
Danny
at the
Rose.
back.
Yeah.
Now we have
Yeah.
this championship quality
Danny Rose.
defense, and we have you can say what you want about Højbjerg. You know, he has a good attitude, but he's not a great midfielder when it comes to the technical aspect. He isn't.
Yeah,
And Skip.
agreed.
But listen
Skip
to
is-
this, guys. I think we had the back four that Nico said, and we had Wanyama and the Beast in the middle. I mean, come on, you can't get better than that back six, can you? Really? That's why we had one of the best defenses in the league in that year. But going back to
Amazing.
Simon's point, Abramovich thinks 200 million. I agree with that, Simon. But don't forget, Abramovich is cleaning dirty money. So he's made dirty money in
Who
Russia, and he's
cares?
using Chelsea to clean it. So that is part
Who
of it,
cares?
part of the reason he spent that money. But I agree with what you're saying.
Would you
They
guys
never make
be
profit.
interested in a takeover? Some big
Yeah.
business
Yeah,
conglomerate.
I'd go for it.
Of
So
course.
You
Stephen Feld is saying, what does support mean in this context? So basically, spend money, go to games, watch games. Yeah, I think it means all of the above, Stephen. I mean, spend money on merchandise, spend money at the game, watch the games. One thing I don't understand, can somebody explain this to me? They said, if there's 45,000, what percentage of that are season ticket holders? Because not everybody's bought a ticket, have they?
No.
Adam?
Yeah.
A large
I don't know.
So yeah, a large percentage of it haven't bought tickets. So it's not they've bought. What I think is going to make a difference here, Stephen Fells, is that if people don't renew the season ticket, if people don't go to games, if people don't buy merchandise, that is going to hit them where it hurts them, which is in the pockets. You keep saying to me they only understand money. If the money starts dribbling less, they're going to feel that. Nico, do you think we can actually cause change by doing that or not?
No, because the way the world is today, people desperately need an escape. So they will go to matches.
But they might go to another team.
No, because it's a habit and the hope, you can never take the hope out of Tottenham, but that's what kills us.
Great
You know what?
response.
You know what? I think we should change our motto from Estora Foseria, or whatever it is. We should change it to it's the hope that kills you. We should
It
change that.
is
Oh,
and keeps you.
yeah. All right, we can send out a petition for that.
Yeah. But Zach, how are you going to fix everything? What do you need to happen there? Because Daniel Levy, I've asked this question so many times. I think I could just play it back all the time. Daniel Levy's not going to leave. He's not going to spend any money. The manager's going to walk. We're going to have a mediocre team. Should this club just be dissolved or something, or what? What should happen to this club?
And I mean, a question to ask is, over the last decade or so, have we just been lucky? But that's as long as I've been a fan, and I think I started being a fan at the right time, back in like 2010. So that was a good time. I had all the guys there. But
Just
we need some passion. We need some oomph back. We need to bring in a couple exciting players. We need the fans to stick with the team for now. We need to give Conte what he wants, and Levy just needs to let that happen.
Okay, I think you're right. Adam, going back to Joe Lewis, this guy's worth $5 billion. It's a lot of money. Couple of 100 million is like chump change. It's like me and you buying a coffee or something. Or it's just, why won't he do that? What is the issue? Because if he does spend more money and Tottenham is more successful, his asset's going to go up in price. So what's the thinking about that?
We know he's not a football man. He rarely comes to games. He sit on his yacht in the Bahamas. But yeah, you're definitely right. You protect your investment. It's like a property. You do that property up.
Assets.
You increase it. You're going to generate more income.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They could have pumped money in. They could have pumped money in a long time ago. Truth be told, they've only pumped 100 million of their own money in. And that's since the day they bought it.
How much did they buy it for, Adam? Do you know roughly how much they bought it for?
I don't actually, to be
2
fair.
million, was it, or something like that?
I know it was a very quick sale because of Alan Sugar's
Sugar,
family
yeah.
getting death threats and everything else.
Do you think it's going to take something like that, Nico? Where what happened with Sugar was they found out his address, they were outside his house, they were threatening him and all that. If they find out where Daniel Levy lives, start threatening. I'm not suggesting anybody should do anything like that, obviously. But if it starts
Somebody
getting
knows.
if it starts getting personal like that, do you think that's something that could force him out?
No,
Yeah.
these people are great businessmen. They love money much more than they love the sports part.
But if you buy a club for 300 million and you could potentially sell it for 2 billion, that's one hell of a profit. So why not take that profit and go? I've got a feeling he wants to sell, but there's nobody prepared to buy it for the price that he wants.
not in this
That could be an
market.
option.
Yeah.
Not in
I
a
think he's
pandemic
smart
market.
enough that he's put a crazy price on it, that if that did happen, they would consider it. But he knows it's never going to happen in this market.
No. Correct.
I mean, someone who owns another team, who do we want to buy Spurs? Like, I would say Houston Texans or New York Rangers owner would be perfect because those are the wealthiest sports teams on earth, right?
What about the guy, the Dallas Cowboys guy, Jimmy Jones?
Oh, I meant them. I meant the Cowboys.
Yeah. Who did you say? The Rangers.
Houston Texans.
Yeah.
The wrong Texas team.
Yeah. The thing is, in a pandemic or a recession, prices normally go down, so people accept a lower price. This guy wants a higher price. So anyway, guys, let's moving forward now. We're going to wrap it up soon. But tell us about the weekend. We've got to assume that the match is going to go ahead for Cam's sake, because Cam's come all the way from sunny Florida to watch this match and the Chelsea match. What do you think is going to be the score? Adam, let me come to you first.
I'm going to be positive. I think we'll smash him 3-0.
Yep.
Okay. What about you, Zach?
Yeah, definitely 3-0. Especially if they're lacking players like that, we're going to roll them. Maybe 4-0.
Yeah. Nico?
A draw, 1-1.
That's Nico being positive, by the way. A draw.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 2-1. Tottenham's going to win 2-1. I think we can't stop Arsenal scoring. We got a comment.
We need a clean sheet so badly.
Yeah, I'm not sure we can get it anyway. Because if Dyer's not playing, I'm not sure. With Tanganga, that I don't understand why people rate him so highly. He's just made so many mistakes. He made 3 mistakes for all 3
centre-back.
He's not a very good centre back, is he? But that's his main position.
Go back to a 4-back system.
I tell you what, it raises how much Dyer's improved on how much we miss him.
Yeah.
Well,
I said that in a tweet. I said I never thought I'd ever say this, but I miss Eric Dyer.
I think he's going to be the next captain.
Huh?
I think he could be captain.
He was rubbish.
He's rubbish, but he's got better now. He's starting from a low base. He was so rubbish, and now he's only slightly rubbish.
Right.
Well, but I mean, you get a debut goal.
I want to know, Zach, your thought on this. Simon's saying Levy is a rubbish businessman. Got smaller clubs spending more in the market than us because they know getting Champions League is where the money is. I agree. You got to get in the Champions League. You got to do. This is why Conte probably can't understand why the hell isn't he spending heaven and earth to get in the Champions League. Adam, the Champions League's worth 100 million per season, isn't it? Even if you get knocked out in the last 32.
Yeah. Wow.
So I agree with Stephen. He's not such a great businessman if he doesn't do anything to get Champions League.
Does he think he's already done, just enough to maybe squeak in to get that money? Because you're still making money from the other smaller leagues too. Just a bit, not nearly the 100 million that the Champions League draws you, but I mean, maybe he's just basking in it. He's money blind now, and
I just think there's going to be carnage if Conte walks. I honestly don't want that. If he walks, it's going to be the biggest bloodbath you've ever seen. I'm telling you, because no Spurs fan I've ever spoken to can believe that we've actually got Conte as a manager. They can't actually believe it,
especially in the situation we were in when we got
Juventus. Listen to the names he's managed: Juventus, Inter, Chelsea, and he's, they're all Champions League winners, or 2 of them. They've won Scudettos and Premier League, and now he's at Tottenham. So I hope he's going to turn us around as well. Any final thoughts then before we close it? Then Adam, any final thoughts from you?
If Conte goes, realistically, who could you get? I can only think of 2 people that would come and maybe do something, and that's Brian Potter. Or Harry
Brian
Redknapp.
Potter? You mean Harry Potter?
Harry, yeah.
The Graham Potter.
Graham Potter, yeah.
So you mean
Or Harry
Conte can't
Redknapp.
succeed at a team in getting any money or get anything done? Like Graham Potter's going to come, is he? Going to leave Brighton and come?
No,
to
I'm
us?
saying if Conte went, if Conte walked,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, if Conte walks,
who would want to work with Levy?
I don't think anybody would want to come here because they say if one of the best managers in the world can't get any money or do anything, then what chance have I got?
I'd do it.
But the chances are we wouldn't want you, Zach. But Zach, if
I'll
Conte
spend the
leaves,
money if they
Mate,
give it.
I'll give you a chance, Zach. I'll give you
Zach,
a chance.
if
I'll be
Conte
there, mate.
leaves, who's going to be the new
Clap,
manager?
yeah.
Come on.
I'm a great scout too, by the way. I can't name anybody. It's exactly that. If we can't keep Conte in a situation like this, if we don't support him, one of the most lethal managers in history, especially of recent, what do you expect when you come in as the manager following that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, it's really, I don't think you can expect anything, really. I think it's just all downhill. Nico, final thoughts?
Yeah, if you watch closely, you can actually see Conte's soul leaving his body. Yeah, watch closely. It's what Tottenham do to me.
I think I see it in all of us.
But don't forget,
Little,
Conte said he's had
No,
a
Zach,
meeting.
you're far too positive, man.
Conte's had a
strange.
meeting with Paratici and with Levy, and he's told him who he wants and what he needs to be done. So they've got to do it now. If they don't do it, you can say, "Well, look, I told you what to do, and you didn't do it." Simon's still with us. Thanks, Simon. Thanks for being with us still. Getting Potter would be something Levy would do. We need Stadium Hogwarts and just like Voldemort. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Simon, listen, mate. If you ever want to come on the show, it'd be great to have you on there, mate.
Yeah,
Your comments are
it's-
really good, and
Yeah,
you
very
could
good.
maybe help Nico get some positive thinking. Nico, I
Yeah.
understand what it's like seeing darkness all the time, mate. That's why you're depressed.
Hey, the sun is back here, but I have Tottenham, still there. So
Yeah.
That's the darkness he sees.
Yeah. You and Zach can relate to each other because you both have snow and darkness. So
yeah.
cool.
Oh, well, the darkest days are behind us now.
Yeah, it's still dark. Anyway, guys, listen, everybody, thank you for joining the Spurs 91.5 live stream Friday Night Fan Cam episode 10. We'll be back for episode 11 next week. Hopefully talking about a North London derby win and some future signings. But it's goodbye from, I'll let everybody say goodbye and have their fire. So let's go anti-clockwise. So let's go with you, Nico.
Come on, you Spurs.
And that's a lot of effort for you, isn't it, Nico? I know that.
Yeah.
Adam?
I did it.
3-0 win on Sunday. Come on, you Spurs.
From Goderich, Ontario.
Yeah, we're going to smack these guys around. It's going to be physical. It's going to be bloody. 3-0 win, 4-0 win, Spurs. Come on, you
I'm going to
Spurs.
say 2-1. Come on, you Spurs. And goodbye to everybody and stay safe. See you on the stream next week. Bye-bye, everybody.
See you later.
Have a good
guys.
night. Thanks for everybody watching.
Thank you, guys. Take care. See you next week. Bye.
See you later.